Okay, so let's pick up where we left off. Last time we had saved off as a project archive exercise1.zip. So today, let's create a workspace, but instead of calling it CSC130, we'll call it something different like CSC130 February 6th. We'll import the exercise1.zip archive project. We'll run it. The last time I used some style conventions that were consistent with the Oracle coding conventions, but inconsistent with those used by Horseman. So in this course, we're going to be consistent with Horseman. So I'll show some corrections to be compliant with Horseman's style conventions. We'll then go ahead and we'll solve exercise 1.1. Okay, so first of all, we have free access to Wiley Plus for this semester. Thanks kindly to our representative, Nick. I'm going to create a workspace, CSC130, February 6th, and I'm going to do it in the C drive. We'll import our archive file. And then I'm going to create another project, just to show you that you can create more than one project in a workspace. And we'll solve problem 1.1. We'll call it name print of the class. And then we'll save this to a different archive file. So let's get at it. I'll bring up Eclipse. It's asking us for our workspace, and we said we're going to try a different workspace this time. So I'm going to type in CSC130 February 6th. Rearrange it. Now Eclipse comes up in the Java EE perspective. We know we got to change that to the Java perspective. So all of our menus will be best suited for developing Java in the standalone edition. So here's my project. So I want to import. I'll open up General, existing projects in the workspace. Easy to get messed up here. I didn't pick archive file. I picked existing projects in the workspace. I click Next. I click the radio button, select archive file. And under Browse, I stored my file in the temp folder. So I'll open that up. And there's exercise1.zip. So I'll click on it. It shows up here. I want to open it. Come back here and import projects. We'll see that there is a project in this archive. If you don't see a name here, most likely it's because the project that you're trying to open already exists in your workspace. I'll click Finish, and our project's loaded. I'll open it up. I'll open Source, open Default Package, and I'll double click on Hello Printer to bring it up in the editor. So here's our class. Now I used Oracle coding conventions. I put the brace at the end of the class. I should have had it on line 2. I mentioned line 2. Let me turn my preferences on so I can see my line numbers. Remember when we went to General, we came down to Editors, we opened that up. We clicked on Text Editors. We put on Print Margin. We said Show Line Numbers. And I had 3 spaces last time. I'll go back to that. Apply. OK. We see our line numbers. So last class, I didn't put these braces on an opening line by themselves. That's the one change I wanted to make to correct myself. I'll save this. Now it's time to run. So I left-click Hello Printer. I right-click, Run As, Java Application, and then there's Hello World. So pretty simple to import an application. Okay, good. Well, let's go create another project. So File, New, Java Project. And we said we'd call this one February 6th. So February 6th, Next. It's going to put my source code in the source folder under February 6th. And I want to put my compiled code into a folder called Classes under February 6th. That's my preferred convention. Click Finish. And over here now you see we have a project called Exercise 1 and one called February 6th. I'm going to close that down by clicking the arrow. And I can also close the whole project by right-clicking on it and say Close Project. So Exercise 1 is closed. Now we're in February 6th. And my goal now is to create a new Java class. And it's going to be called Name Printer. And the job of this class is going to be to print out the name Dave. So I guess I jumped ahead of myself. Let's go back to that PowerPoint and take a look at the problem. So here I'm in Wiley Plus, and here's where we got that free access to it this semester to try it out. I clicked on Programming Exercises, and I picked the first one. So write a program named Name Printer that displays your name inside a box on the console. My name's Dave. Someone wanted to come up like this. Do your best to approximate lines with the characters. So we see the plus sign, the hyphens, the closed plus. We see the bars on the side. So we're going to try to mimic this directly. Looks like we're going to need 3 print lines, 3 system.out print lines here to make this happen. Okay, no worries. So let's get rid of our comments again. Name printer. Now here's my main method. The main method has to do all the work. We'll need to put our print statements in there. So I'm going to have a comment that I want to print the name Dave inside a box. So system.out, that's the name of the object. We're going to call the print line method. And I want to need a plus sign, 4 hyphens because I have 4 letters in my name, then another plus sign at the end, all inside of quotes because it's a string, and then a semicolon to end the executable line. So there's line 1. Line 2, my spelling's pretty bad. We wanted a bar to come up under the plus sign, D-A-V-E, another bar. So my string now is bar, capital D-A-V-E, bar, and then I close it. I close the string with the closing quotation. And remember the line has to end in a semicolon. So now I need one more line that matches the first one to close my box. I don't want equal signs, I want hyphens again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus sign, semicolon to end it. Now I'm making the same mistake I made last time with my braces. So at the name printer, I should have the brace on a line by itself. And that will match the brace down below. For my method, public static void main, I'm going to want all the executable lines enclosed within these braces, which are also aligned. Okay, that looks good. Let's run it and have it come up to the console window. So I left-click Name Printer, right-clicked, Run As, select Java Application, save my file, and down below we see it doesn't quite line up. I forgot a hyphen. That's easy enough. Come back here, add a hyphen. Let's put a capital D on my name. Save it by clicking the little folder here and run again. So right click, Run As, Java App. Look down below in the console window. Looks great. So I want to save this project. So I'll left click on the project. I'll right click, export. I'll open up General. I'll select Archive File. Next. Here's my February 6th project. I'm going to save it to the C:10 folder again. And I decided to call it February 6th. Remember, it should be a zip file. Click Finish. Let's go out and look at it and see if it's there. So here's my temp folder. And here's February 6.zip. So that concludes this lecture. Have a great day.